Okay, today we're going to go through on how to program your McGrath locks onto the McGrath app. So what you would do is go onto your mobile device and go to Apple Store or Google Play Store, download the McGrath Locks app. Once you've downloaded it, you still have to go up to the top right hand corner. It will ask you to register. Okay, once you're registered, it's a free app. It takes about a minute or so. Once you've done that, you will then have the screen where you can add your first lock. Okay, so I'm going to run that through quickly on how to add a lock to the McGrath Lock app. Firstly, make sure you've got batteries in the lock, and what I always do is give it a test, which is in default 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hash, and just test the lock up and down, make sure everything's working that way. Sorry. And then on your app, you will have the first time you'll have it is a cross with a circle around it. Tap on that, then you tap on door lock. It is actually asking me to wake the lock up, so touch the screen, tap next, and it'll be up in the top right hand corner. You'll see a cross, and then just tap on that, and it will actually tell you that it's successfully paired. I will then go and enter a name, so I will get rid of that, and I will put in McGrath Windsor. Normally on a house or at a property, you would put in front door, laundry door, garage door, whatever, and then hit OK. Okay, and then that's come up operation successful. On the app, you will have a padlock with a large circle around it. That is Bluetooth, so you can just tap on that really quickly. Make sure your Bluetooth is turned on your device, and that is now talking to the lock. That will wake up the lock. Okay, and that's now said unlocked. Test it. Okay. So once you've got the lock on your app, first thing we would like you to do is go into the settings for the lock, and then scroll down to where you see firmware update. We'd like to make sure that all the firmware is up to date as soon as you've installed it. As you can see on this lock, there is no updates. If there was, it would actually say new update available, and then just proceed with updating the firmware. We would always recommend that go back and have a look at this, say probably every 2 to 3 months, to see if they've sent out any new firmware updates, and then just do that. You have to do this in front of the lock via Bluetooth. So now that you have done your firmware update, we recommend that you go in and check your lock clock. Again, do this every 2 to 3 months, because if you're using your digital lock for passage mode settings all the time, or timed access, you need to make sure that your lock clock is up to date, because if it's 5 minutes behind or even an hour, you don't want people trying to access it via PIN code or an RFID, and it's not going to actually actuate or work because the lock clock is not correct. If you're using a lock all the time just by keypad or RFID, it doesn't actually update onto your app unless you use Bluetooth or remote access it. So what I just want to show you how to do it is via the app, is just go into the lock settings itself, click on lock clock. It'll bring up the lock clock on your app. I'll just wake the lock up. Now we want to go and create our own custom code. Custom code is, and hit generate code, passcode, hit permanent. I'm going to actually go to custom. Now on custom, I'm going to make it slide over permanent, put in my name, and then do a 4-digit code, and then hit set passcode. Now this is a custom code, so you do this either via Bluetooth when you're standing in front of the lock, or via when it's on a gateway or a Wi-Fi bridge. You can actually program it via Bluetooth. Now what that's showing me that it's created with a green tick. I can now go and test it, 585, and then hit hash, and then that is unlocked. So that is a custom code. Up the top there, you'll also go backwards, hit generate passcode. You've got timed, one time and permanent. They're up in the top left hand and in the middle. Timed is where you can set the parameters for it to work, let's say on a Saturday at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and then program it for say 4 days, and then in 4 days time, say at 10 o'clock in the morning, that will actually stop working that code. Now I can do this offline. It uses an algorithm, so I can actually set my parameters. I'll leave the start time as it is. I'll go to end time. I'm just going to change it, say for 2 days time, and I'm going to go to say 3 o'clock in the afternoon and hit set. And then I'm going to put in either my name or a client's name. I'll just put in plumber Bob, and then hit generate passcode. And as you will see, it'll come up with a algorithm passcode, and then I can test that, which is 5361649 hash. Okay. Now that code will work for those parameters that I've set, and then it instantly dies. Now if I want to click on one time, I can type in a one-time code. Whoops, sorry. Generate one time. This code will actually work once and once only. So I put in the name. I'll just put in Mary and hit generate. This is good for a delivery driver or someone that you just want to give code to for once. And then as you see, it's an algorithm generated code again, which is a little bit longer. And then I'll show you that. That's 293869291. And now that will not work ever again, that lock. And then I can also do a permanent code, which is permanent as it says. Again, algorithm code, but I can do this from anywhere in the world without a Wi-Fi bridge or a gateway connected to the lock. If I slide over on the top, you'll see reoccurring. Reoccurring code is really good. Say you've got a cleaner or a pool person that comes in once a week, say on a Wednesday between 12 and 2 o'clock, I can actually set the parameters on here. I can just go in here and set my cycle. I'll go to Wednesday. I've got 1 o'clock, so I'll change that till 12. Hit OK and leave that at 1400, and I'll just put here cleaner and hit generate passcode. Okay. And there is another algorithm passcode which will work every Wednesday between 12 and 2.